Ladies and gentlemen, to be stronger, to be safer, the EU needs to reinforce our bonds and become more powerful. And that's why it is now time to tackle the challenge of enlargement, both for us in the EU and for our future member states. And yes, I believe this is how we should now call the countries with confirmed EU perspective, future member states. It's time to get rid of the ambiguities. It's time to face the challenges with clarity and with honesty. The road to the EU for the Western Balkans began more than 20 years ago, a region at the heart of Europe, surrounded by the EU. It was also a region emerging from conflict after the breakup of Yugoslavia. And the Thessaloniki summit in 2003 confirmed the European perspective of the Western Balkans. But the slow pace of this EU journey has disappointed many, both in the region and in the EU. And I agree with Chancellor Olaf Scholz when he says Europe must keep its promises. As we speak, the people of Ukraine are heroically defending their country, their homeland, their future. And the Kremlin is not only attacking a free and sovereign neighbor, the Kremlin is attacking all that we believe in: freedom, democracy, prosperity, and the spirit of cooperation and mutual respect. So, in June last year, we decided to grant the candidate status to Ukraine and Moldova, and the same status awaits Georgia when they complete the necessary steps. So, now, enlargement is no longer a dream. It's time to move forward. There is still a lot of work to do. It will be difficult, it will be complex, sometimes painful for the future member states and for the EU. But let's be clear, if we want to be credible, I believe we must talk about timing. We must talk about our homework. And I have a suggestion. As we prepare the EU's next strategic agenda, we must set ourselves a clear goal. I believe we must be ready on both sides by 2030 to enlarge. And this means that the EU's next long-term budget will need to include our common goals. This is, I know, ambitious, but this is necessary. It shows that we are serious. It will build momentum. It will give a transformative boost to reforms, and it will generate interest, investment, and better understanding. It will also encourage all of us to work better together. The window of opportunity is open. We need to act on it, and that's why EU leaders will discuss enlargement at our next European Council meetings. We will take a stand on the opening of negotiations with Ukraine and Moldova, and I also expect Bosnia and Herzegovina and Georgia to be back on the table.